questions from radical field, atheistic mindset is generating there. How we can confront? We can how we can challenge it from the religious point of view, from the religious education.
I didn't grasp it quite.
How we can compete the challenges from the science in the religious aspect.
Which sides?
There are many conflicts are there. In the many conflicts are there in atheistic rational thinking. There says that there is no way to religion and science never go hand in hand. How we can conduct? How we can challenge it?
Yes, that is what here institutions like Darul Huda aims to prove that once we were the global leaders in the world, we proved that religion and science goes hand to hand. The truth is they goes hand in hand. There may seem that one is metaphysical and the other is anti-metaphysical, and as the solution I just provided that there is as its highest form must be the Islamization of knowledge. But here, what we can do here is that, as I said, is to indigenize. We create a metaphysical framework in which secular sciences should be reinterpreted by Muslim scholars such as us, with Islamic vision and will and dedication to pursue the truth for the sake of Allah. These Muslim scholars should reinterpret and indigenize this secular knowledge to the Islamic under the Islamic framework. That is the solution for this, and that is what our institutions such as this, that is the need, that is what integrated Islamic education colleges which apply this are doing. That is what these Muslim scholars should be doing. That is the duty of theirs. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
On the stage, coordinator D.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Honorable dignitaries, and my beloved audience, I'm here to discuss the topic integrated Islamic education and the challenges of modernity. Before we discuss the topic, it's essential to understand the concepts of knowledge in modern and Islamic perspectives. In Islam, the revelation and all types of knowledge are emphasized on the spiritual enhancement of a human being. On the other hand, knowledge in modern perspective doesn't accept revelation and is only based on rational autonomy and critical openness and subjectivism. Now, what do we mean by integrated Islamic education? It's an education system. It's an education in which modern knowledge, the knowledge emerging in Western perspective, is taught along with the Islamic. While integrating these two types of knowledge with very different epistemologies, there arises a problem of incompatibility. Modern science is self-formation, as pointed out by the Dutch scholar Paulian C. Major, and promotes independent thoughts and judgment in the new generation. This contrasts with Islamic view, where independent thoughts and judgment are allowed only when they do not contradict the fundamental principles of the religion. Although there are many similarities and relationships in value between Islamic and modern education, the lack of spiritual basement in modern view often leads to the denial of Islamic values. Hence, to equip with the modern education while remaining faithful with Islamic education is a subduing challenge. Now, in an integrated Islamic education, one has two choices. He can look into the Islamic knowledge tradition with a modern worldview, or look into the modern sciences with an Islamic worldview. The first one is much easier and compatible with modern academics. Many scholars of 19th and 20th century were advocating a modernized Islam due to their open approach towards Western education. For example, the Egyptian scholar Farid Wazdi attempted to make Islamic knowledge compatible with modern science and interpreted Quranic verses in accordance with the modern scientific developments. So, the problem with this approach is the modern science doesn't have a concrete methodology, while Quran proposes a revelation-based methodology. So, such attempts to glorify Islam with a modern eye results in reverse effect. Now, why do most scholars attempt to adopt this worldview intentionally, maybe intentionally or unintentionally? Why? Well, the Syrian scholar Said Ramadan al-Bouti considers the inferiority complex as the prime reason. He says that Muslims feel inferior to us and causes huge acceptance for modern worldview among Muslims. So according to him, the only way to be away from this modern perspective is to be free from this inferiority complex, and it enables an integrated Islamic education where Islamic norms are valued. Now, I have mentioned the second choice is to study modern sciences with an Islamic worldview. To elaborate this notion, Malaysian scholar Naqib al-Attas points the idea of Wijhatun Nazar, an Islamic worldview. Wijhatun Nazar signifies that all types of sciences, all sciences should be seen through an Islamic worldview. This notion doesn't any Islamic values, rather it strengthens it. Therefore, Islamization of modern sciences is the better way to drive away the challenges of modernity faced by the integrated Islamic education. It's all. Thank you.
Well done, dear friend. How are you going to justify the term integrated Islamic education? Can you justify it? Please.
Integrated Islamic education. Someone will ask, how is there is an integration? Maybe this science is this is Islamic, this is not Islamic. Is there a classification or a differentiation between Islamic and modern knowledge? And my answer is there are many relationships. Maybe the same thing was Islamic and modern knowledge, but the integration is happening with the approach. The integration with the approach, and it's not possible to integrate the approaches, to study one thing with Islamic approach and the same thing with Western perspective. It causes it's not an integration, it's a coexistence. So integration means to study with a single approach. It may be only on Western perspective or the Islamic perspective. So the integrated Islamic education is integrating the approaches, not the knowledge, because the knowledge may be the same thing, and also maybe knowledge may be different things, but and also there it will be same thing. So the integration is on the approach, not the knowledge. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
ടീം മാനേജർ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. വേദിയിൽ നടക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ സ്പീച്ച് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്ഥാനീയ വിഭാഗം രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ തുടരുന്നു. ഇനിയും രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ പൂർത്തീകരിക്കാത്ത ടീം അംഗങ്ങൾ, മത്സരാർത്ഥികൾ എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ പൂർത്തീകരിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. Judges, please note on the stage call letter D. Sorry, call letter E.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Well, do you remember one of our past where the people critically looking us for speaking English while wearing the turban? Amazing, right? That is a fact. Here, it is a need of hour to define the integrated Islamic education. And it makes me so pleasure and honor to have a discussion on integrated Islamic education and the challenges of the modernity. Well, what is meant by integrated Islamic education? Father of Muslim law, international Muslim law, Muhammad Ash-Shaybani says, it is Islamic education which is spiritual, which is universal to all mankind, which has no segregation between religious or secularism or secular knowledge. It aims at developing their human aspects physically, intellectually, and spiritually, as well as educate a person to aware about his nature as a man and his waste and his roles as a western on this earth. Basically, Islamic education must be holistic, that covers the religious sciences, Quran, Hadith, Fiqh, and Islamic history derived from the divine revelation. But Islamic education and other education, acute sciences garnered through human intellect, both types of education must be integrated by the divine unity or Tawheed. It is a matter of fact that in this decade, the malaise of Islamic civilization becoming more critical due to the Western negative impact of Western colonization and secularization. This ummatic malaise is rooted by education dualism, coexistence of traditional religious and modern secular systems of education. One of the great purposes of integrated Islamic education is to surpass the dualism. What is meant by dualism? Dualism is the condition of being double of duality. Therefore, the dualism in education means there are two traditional education system, traditional Islamic education system and secular education system. Sardar Yusuf says that the traditional Islamic education focused more on basic religious dogma and theology of Islam, but less focused on modern knowledges. As for the secular knowledge, focused more on the modern knowledge, but less on the religious knowledge. The impact of dualism in education is very bad for everyone. Just imagine a student with a great achievements in academics, but zero in emotions and moral values. There will be a situation when he enters the world of work, creating and developing technologies without any concern about the negative consequences caused by it, because his aim is only to satisfy himself. This issue on how to resolve the education dualism has been debated seriously by the prominent Muslim scholars in the First World Conference on Muslim Education in 1977, and they suggest to integrate both types of systems of education harmoniously. This Makkah conference recommends the integration of both faith and intellect by applying the religious approaches to all aspects, by applying the religious aspects, and also without any segregation between religious or secular. The Western world has been invading the Islamic world through modern sciences. This has been invading modern sciences. This science. That's all. Thank you so much.
Well, what are the challenges of modernity?
One of the bright challenges is dualism in society. Dualism means studying social as a social, and maybe they don't have the moral values. They don't know about anything about the moral values, what are how to behave or how to do dealing with having no moral values, and just doing what they want to satisfy themselves.
On the stage, call letter F.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to see you all here. So what we're discussing today is integrated Islamic education and challenge of modernity. First, let me define integrated Islamic education as the attempt to initiate a total change in persons' beliefs, actions, potential, faculties, expressions, aspirations, energies, and everything related to the person on the basis of Quran and Sunnah. In other words, the balanced development of whole personality on the human being as vicegerent of Allah on earth. So my argument is, the integrated Islamic education is the best possible solution for the crisis and undesirable notions that modernity has brought into education. There are various problematic features that accompany the mode of education promoted by modernity. I will describe some. Paulo Freire, the Brazilian philosopher, the author of the Pedagogy of the Oppressed, describes the traditional schooling in modernist capitalism as a controlling process driven by banking model of education. Schools use the bank method to initiate or to domesticate or treat them as a passive receptacles waiting for knowledge to be deposited by the teacher. They are taught in this pedagogical format where the teacher communicates with students in one-way monologues. This approach leads the students to feel their thoughts and ideas are not important enough to warrant a two-way dialogue with teacher. Through this, the integrated education, what the problem is that the schools become breeding ground of capitalist ideology that seeks to consolidate the hegemony of some pusher elite over some oppressed groups. Another serious problem that is associated with the modernity is dualism and reductionism. Modernity reduces man to a matter without spirit. That's why modern education focuses only on the physical dimension of human being without giving due attention to the spiritual dimension. It is this mode of education that created atom bombs, weapon of massive destructions, an idea of great white supremacy, etc. Furthermore, this mode of education that develops what German philosopher Jürgen Habermas calls it the instrumental rationality, namely the tendency to see everything just as a means to achieve a certain end regardless of the possible negative consequences. Also, the naturalistic method of education that propagated by modern philosophers like Rousseau, the French philosopher, is also very problematic since it ignores the importance of proper management of students by teacher, or Thanawiyyah. In short, the crisis brought about by this mode of education includes the consumerism, the instrumentality, war, environmental degradation, and above all too spiritual crisis. It is integrated education based on Islamic principles that has potential to provide panacea to all these crises. Let me explain the importance of integrated education. The idea of true education, according to Gandhi, is an overall drawing out of the best of child, a man, a body, and mind, a spirit. In the integrated education that unifies a different knowledge in life, according to Sri Aurobindo, the Indian philosopher, education to become lit must have 5 principal aspects related to the 5 principal activities of human beings: the physical, the mental, the vital, the psychic, and the spiritual. Now the Islamic integrated education seeks to realize the congruity between the development by person and the ummah, and improves the relation between human and God, and relation between the different components in oneself towards creating an equilibrium in mind, spirit, and body. The final result is to eventually produce individuals, those who are not only academically excellent but also those who are honorable and responsible, and to be able to contribute well to the society. The integrated Islamic education is deemed wise despite some great challenges that cannot be underestimated, because it doesn't merely teach the theology derived from Quran, prophetic tradition, as well as Islamic religious jurisprudence, but also includes every aspect of life and universe. This highly requires the sophisticated educational system. Finally, I would like to invite your attention to the 2 declarations regarding knowledge. The first one is Al-Ilmu Hayatul Islam, knowledge is life of Islam, by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And the second one is Knowledge is Power, by Francis Bacon, the English philosopher. These pronouncements that bring to light the essence of Islamic and Western approach to the education respectively. For Islam, the education, the knowledge is life of Islam by Muhammad or by Prophet Muhammad, that it is something should control the every aspect of person, because that's life. Before West, it's only power, something like a physical weapon to ensure control over others. It's as earlier what led to a horrible world wars. Thank you.
Hello. Can you explain the major interventions in the field of Islamic education in the modernity? Many major.
By integrating education, yeah, absolutely. There are various examples.
I am asking major interventions in the field of this integration of Islam in the education.
Yeah, exactly. There are many various examples for the interventions that created in the or invented in the modern education. Actually, the integration Islamic education was not only implemented in this recent or present time, but it was really implemented in the ancient earlier period. Just like the golden age of the Islam is the best exemplary model or example for this question. And also Imam Ghazali, he's also studied every aspect of the field of the science and every aspect of the theology, and really studying profoundly in that aspect by also really debating over the others. And the matter inventions is the best examples, the golden age in astronomy, the aeroplane, by the aeroplanes, and even the clock tower, and even everything what we see today, even the invention of the paper that was really discovering in the time of the Abbasid Caliphate. One Chinese inventor, but it was really named on the Islamic intervention. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me here.
വേദിയിൽ നടക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ സ്പീച്ച് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിനുള്ള എല്ലാ മത്സരാർത്ഥികളും ഗ്രീൻ റൂമിൽ പ്രവേശിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. വേദിയിൽ നടക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് സ്ഥാനീയ വിഭാഗം എല്ലാ മത്സരാർത്ഥികളും ഗ്രീൻ റൂമിൽ പ്രവേശിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. Thanawiyyah വിഭാഗം മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ സ്പീച്ച് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് വേദിയിൽ അരങ്ങേറുന്നു. Judges, please note on the stage call letter A. Here, the speaker addresses to a team of finalists waiting to compete.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We are human. They are unpredictable creature in this world. We can't predict the future of a human based on his childhood because their covers are much attacking weapons. Spell Joyce and my beloved finalists. Good morning, everyone. Do you like stories? Yeah. So let's begin with a story, a tragic story. Once a teacher called his student, "Stupid," and wrote a letter to his mother. His mother scolded it and threw it away, saying to his son, "Today onwards, you doesn't go to our school." But the latter, when the boy became the great scientist of the world, Thomas Alva Edison, then the teacher was being mistaken, who called him idiot. His parents were being mistaken, who abused him. Human is an unpredictable creature. See, strength, leadership, authority, power, guidance, patience are the God gives to us as a man.
We have to cherish it, don't abuse it. We did not come to this spot to just beg and fail now. I'm the winner. I'm going to win. See, you are. Who are you in this world? There's either one of two things. Either you are somebody or you are nobody. Never give up. Without a commitment, you will never start. And more importantly, without a consistency, you will never finish. So keep working, keep striving. Never give up. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ace is a guide or try to progress, then hardship. See, wait may be frightening. It will also be rewarding for you. So you got to get out there. And you want to give it everything that you got. Where's your time, your talent, your prayers, your treasures? Because take a risk. It's not just going for a job. But it's also knowing what you know and what you don't know. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. Because the chance you take, the people you love, the people you meet, the faith that you have, that was going to define you. I found that there is nothing in life is worth well unless you take risk. In some Mandela one side, there is no passion going to be found playing small city for life. That's less than you are capable for living now. See, my dear embarrassed audience, we all know that Thomas Edison conducted thousands of failed experiments, but the next time was light bulb, failed big. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. It may be frightening. Today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. And the day after tomorrow is successful. But the most of people will die tomorrow evening. Do you know why? Because most of people have enough tolerance to carry their losses. So not that tolerance is an important thing to be the winner. See, we have to require 3 things to achieve great aims. First one is knowledge. You want to be aware of your possibilities and your talents. The second one is take the steps gradually. If you have a goal in your life, I know you have a goal in your life that you want to be the winner in the final round, you know. So you want to practice to achieve that goal in a gradual method. Step by step, like you're reading a book, page by page, one step at one time. The third one is turn your pressure into excitement. Actually, the mind pressure is a barrier of life. It's a challenge for you. But if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Dears, nothing will hold you back more than your mind pressure. Make no mistake about it. Mind pressure kill more dreams than a failure ever will. Some of you are like, I'm a failure. I have no dreams. It's a lie yourself. You didn't even try. You haven't failed. You're calling things failure. In reality, you didn't even get above silence and keep with attempt to go. See, a winner is a loser. We tried one more time. We all on a journey. Whether the journey takes us to a place where we succeed, whether the journey takes us nowhere, in any way, just remember that this journey will not be your last one. Opportunities never run out. You have to have the power to break the past of your failure. This failure changes nothing. It will never make you a worse man, but it will give you the motivation to change and to be the better. See, what do you want to be? What do you want to become? We all lost, but only the winners can get up and carry running. So appreciate that you have the power, the potential to be the winner. Make your progress your mission. Invest your time to hard work and practice. Be the winner. Become the winner. Build your life to become something. So keep working, keep striving, keep learning. See you at work. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
On the stage, call letter B. Here, the speaker addresses to women with insecurity.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello, my sisters. Very happy to have you here. Hope you're all fine. And I personally convey my gratitude to every one of you for coming here. Thank you very much. Now, how do you feel this shell? I mean, this platform. Quadrilateral, closed from all 4 parts. Do you feel okay here? Well, good. Now, do you see any crack or a hole somewhere to let some air in? If your answer is yes, then I would say you started to feel the air and fly. Yes, it's all about flying. And flying is very easy, you know, if you find that hole outside. Wait, I'll show you something. Anyone know this lady? No? It's okay, I'm pretty sure you know her because she is yourself. Seriously, she is just like you. Born in a normal middle-class family like you. It was in Karnal, Haryana. Her parents dreamt of making her an obedient housewife, but she dreamt of flying. Her parents saw only her in her, but she saw a vast sky in her. After the graduation, she became an astronaut as dreamt. She flew and flew, cut the sky in half, transcended dimensions. A woman from India made her own space in the galaxy and NASA. And nobody conquered the freaking solar system. But she wasn't just a nobody. Her name was Kalpana Chawla, the first Indian American woman who sees the skies and stars with sheer determination and hardship. And here is the woman with insecurity, who made history with all her big questions and hurdles. She broke them. She never complained about her financial crisis, nor did she disappointed. She fought them all and looked down on them. She gained what she desired in her life. Lots of us here are women who are exposed to danger and fear, who are imposed, segregated, abused. Regardless of your age, you have insecurities. The fear about your future, the fear about your beauty, the fear about your higher education, carving inside you and making you a lifeless mummy, depressed and disgusted by yourself. You blame no one but yourself. Oh, why am I like this? I can do better. If a big if hovering in your mind, telling you you are worse and bully you for your insecurity. Lots of us have things about ourselves that we feel could be better. That thing about us that we hate. The thing about insecurities is that it brings with it so many other negative emotions that will cripple us in lots of things we want to do in life. They make us paranoid. They make us anxious. They make us jealous. They make us resentful. But most importantly, they make us hate ourselves. People think that most insecurities come from what we think about ourselves, but actually it comes from what we think other people think about ourselves. People call you flat mouth, four eyes, pumpkin head, long nose. Just don't listen to their voices. Let them be. Tell yourself you are okay with the way you are. Tell it 100 times, no, 1,000 times, until the broken pieces became a whole. Now you became what you are. Never lose hope, because in these turbulent times, hope is the only thing you have. So make it alive, mold it, hammer it more and more. Make your own space, expand it, rule it, let them see what you got. Nothing's ever going to happen to you if you have what it takes. And I found that really the only way people can use your insecurities against you is if they know it will hurt you. If they know you see it as a weakness. So you need to wear this like a coat of armor. Be proud of it, own it. You do this and the vultures don't want to come near you, as they know it ain't gonna hurt you. Thank you for hearing me. Assalamu alaikum.
On the stage, called letter C. Here, the speaker addresses to a team of finalists waiting to compete.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil makhluqeen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een amma ba'd. Respected dignitaries of the days, my dear audience, I'm extremely happy to get this golden opportunity to address such a wonderful audience. Believe me, I'm so excited to address you. First of all, I would like to thank Almighty Allah for blessing me with this nice opportunity. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hin wa hal. To begin with, I would like to congratulate you for being a finalist. My dears, Niki Lauda, one of the best Formula 1 drivers of all time, was in the prime of his career in 1976. The Ferrari driver had won 1975 World Championship and was leading the title race in 1976 as well. In the German Grand Prix, Mr. Lauda was involved in a horrifying accident. While his Ferrari crashed and caught fire, Lauda suffered severe burns to his head, and the toxic gases entered to his lungs and blood. The Austrian went to a coma after the accident and was even given the last rites in the hospital. However, in a tale of utter surprise and miracle, Lauda made a return that shocked the whole world. Having missed a couple of races of the season, the determined driver back on the track just after 6 weeks. His head had scars from the fire. He lost most of his right ear and the hair on the right side. Lauda eventually lost 1976 title to James Hunt by only 1 point, before coming back strong next season to win his second world championship. But the audience, this is not a miracle. It's a result of confidence, willpower, and hard work. Dream big, work hard, and never give up. You will be the winner. Tomorrow, you are going to compete in the final round of this great championship. Sometimes the opponent will be stronger than you, powerful than you, but don't lose the hope. Never ever give up. Believe that you can, and you are almost there. You didn't come this far to just break down and lose now. My dears, be ready to strive, be ready to struggle, be ready to work hard. You will be the winner. My dears, the battle is you versus you. And you must choose whether you will be a winner or a loser. And you can increase your chances of whatever you do by developing a set of qualities. The first and foremost one is conviction. Don't doubt yourself. Believe in yourself. You know you are capable of performing because you develop the skills. This allows you to make quick decisions and stand behind them. The second one is determination. You want it. You want it bad. For you, there is no other options around it. You are determined to push your limits further than your competitors. The third quality is preparation. You have a plan. You have prepared a strategy that will get you to develop the skills that you need. Do your homework over and over. When they eat, you practice. When they sleep, you practice. When they party, you practice. My dears, the fourth quality is self-awareness. You know your flaws, your weaknesses, and your strength. Focus on making your weak points stronger and your strength even stronger. The last quality I'm going to talk about is emotional intelligence. You have to think rationally, not emotionally, during the situations that require to make quick decisions. All this means that to win, you need to believe that you can actually win. You have to believe that something else can happen. You actually need to want to win and then work your way from there. The problem is that most of us are afraid of dealing with it. We try to hide. We try to excuse ourselves. Just look at how often you push yourself to work on your weaknesses. More often you will find yourself underestimating yourself and overestimating others. Just cut the cap and start working on the qualities that will get you ahead. The road is very steep. Wish you great success. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
ടീം മാനേജർ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക. വേദി 1-ൽ 9:35 ആരംഭിക്കാനിരിക്കുന്ന കുല്ലിയ വിഭാഗം മുനാദറ മത്സരത്തിൻ്റെ രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ ആരംഭിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. എത്രയും പെട്ടെന്ന് രജിസ്ട്രേഷൻ പൂർത്തീകരിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. Judges, please note on the stage called letter B. Here, the speaker addresses to a team of finalists waiting to compete.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakat. Good morning, everybody. It's me, Zial from Mangalore. Congratulations, yes. Clap yourself. And give a pat on your own back. You deserve it. You proved it. You are the final candidates of Best Motivational Speaker Award 2022. One of you 5 gifted guys is going to be the number 1 Best Speaker of the Year. Hey, let me ask you a question. How many of you believe that you can win this competition? You can grab this champion's trophy? Raise your hands. Yes, you should believe that you can win this competition. If you don't believe in yourself, I'm sorry, you won't achieve anything. So, believe in yourself and know that there is something in you which is greater than any other obstacles. I know you are energetic and enthusiastic. As a life coach, I can read your face. I can identify your capacity from your shining eyes. Your body language fascinates my heart. Really, I'm astonished seeing your finest facial expressions. No doubt, guys, no doubt. You're all fit for this award, but only one of you can bag it. As you know that in a competition, only one will be chosen as a winner. But it doesn't mean there is a loser, there's a loss forever. Hey, even if you possess super caliber in the art of motivational speech, standing before a highly qualified jury panel and performing in front of a jam-packed audience, it's a bit risky. Yeah, it's a bit risky. For that, you need extra potentialities. You need unbeatable bravery. So be ready now to get up your lions, to boost up your confidence, to heat up a sportsman's spirit. Are you ready for that? Yes. And try to convince yourself that you can win this match, even if your opponents are extraordinary giants. See, in my entire career, I could see numbers of dazzling stars like you. But stress and strains, mental pressures and worries faded and dimmed their performance. On the stage of competition, consequently they become upset and downcast. They lost the game forever. They shattered the long cherished dream. So my dears, let me advise you, never to be like them. Never to be like them. Success is not the final, and failure is not the fatal. It is a courage. It is a courage to continue that counts. And remember that failure gives you 2 choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, once you stay down, it's difficult to stand up. So, never give up until you are success. And never let your pressure defeat you. Throw out all the worries and wipe out the anxieties. And stop being afraid of what could go wrong, what will happen on the stage. And start being excited of what can go right. And believe that all will go well. And sometimes these monsters of fear, fright, may frighten you. Never mind. Blow them off like this. Okay, my dears, close your eyes for a few seconds. And visualize the moment you receive champion's trophy. And imagine the cheers and applause of the audience. And dream up right now the showers of congrats and wishes from our relatives and friends. Okay, open your eyes. Here, you should release stress. You know stress? Stress acts as an accelerator. It wishes to push you either forward or backward. But you must choose the direction. You must choose the direction where you want to go. It's not the stress that kills you. It's our reaction to it. So my dears, be relaxed and hope the best. And don't ever give up. Don't let frustration knock you down. Don't let fear stand in your way. And remember one thing, there are no secret to success. It's a result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. So my dears, so tell me now, are you ready to grab this champion's trophy? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, thank you for listening me. Have a nice day. Wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
On the stage, call letter E. Here, the speaker addresses to a group of differently abled people.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I was an athlete. Sorry, I'm still an athlete. Don't look at that. I'm quite good on football. I have my tight positions. I sprint well. I play hockey, basketball, baseball, volleyball, everything. But not with those who are disabled. Why should I? I'm not disabled. I'm differently able. When I was 9, I lost my legs on a car crash. I was so devastated. My legs, it was that important to me. My legs, it was my future. And people who came to see me tell me, oh kid, how can he play again? How can he sprint again? He was such a nice athlete. And I was like, why am I even alive? I should have died on that day. Not because of my legs or because of my future. Who am I today? They looked me, talked me, called me as I was disabled. I was so irritated. And my mother, she used to say, you aren't disabled, you're differently able. Everyone are different on their abilities. And I was like, my parents, they loved me like crazy. They used to say, you gotta try this, try that, try this, try that. And I was like, Mom, Dad, are you crazy, man? I don't have my legs to do. They encouraged me and I started trying. Then I understood that disability is a disagreement of mind. I'm not disabled, I'm differently abled. I kept my word myself. Beyond every struggles, shame and shatters, I will be an athlete someday. It was so hard. It was so hard. But I walked up, stretching my boots on my artificial legs. I started to dream again. There were no weakness on my heart. No one could deny or defy me. Defeat and retreat, those were in my words. I don't know those definitions. I was born to conquer. I refused to participate on Paralympic Games. Why should I? I'm not different. My desire was to play with a normal guy. Of course, I have done it. And whenever I did, I failed. But whenever I failed, I wasn't failing actually. I was winning. I ran behind them. I ran with them. And finally, I ran ahead of them. Who am I? From locals to regions, and from regions to districts, from district to states, and from states to the national championship. Who am I? And no one and nobody with no legs became the national champion of 100-meter racing. You gotta be crazy, bro. I'd made a history which was untold over the imaginary minds of our people, which was beyond the imaginations. Who am I? Maybe I stand in front of you without my legs, but a very strong man because of my bad days in my life. If you hadn't gone through what you have gone through, you won't be who you are today. And today, the one with arms and legs are more disabled than I. Not because of their arms and legs, because of their minds and hearts. I have conquered my world and yours too. And standing among us, there are a lot of scientists, doctors, presidents of nations, Nobel Prize winners, Stephen Hawking, scientist who discovered Big Bang Theory, Helen Keller, deaf and blind at the age of 19, but the first graduate with deafness and blind, Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd president of the United States, legs being paralyzed by polio disease, but he led his nation successfully through the Great Depression and the Second World War. Nick, the one with no arms and legs, but the best motivational speaker in the world. Who are you and what your value is? Who are you and what your value is? You have to work hard. One day the world and humanity will applaud to us. For that, we have to believe in ourselves. We aren't disabled. We are differently able. We are still and always best on our abilities. They may see your disability, but you have to show your ability. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Judges, please note on the stage call letter F. Here, the speaker addresses to women with insecurity.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. How many of you want to pursue a specific ambition in your life? Please raise your hands up. Okay, thank you. Hands down. Let me begin with a simple story. The story of a woman. She was diagnosed with clinical depression. Her marriage had failed. She was jobless with a dependent child. She was on a long delayed train journey from Manchester to London, and she came up with this idea. She started writing a book about this wizard. When she finished her manuscript, took it to 12 publishers and was rejected by all authors. Believe it or not, that's J.K. Rowling, the famous author of Harry Potter series. No matter how much miserable she was, no matter how much life had torn on her, crumbled her, scratched her, squeezed her, she didn't decide to fail. Her passion and consistency served as a driving spirit towards her way to success. The story of J.K., my dears, is not dissimilar from yours. The same way you face the challenges, you feel the pain, she did. It's her passion and internal courage that promote to her. Let me draw your attention to another story. The story of a lady who went through a car accident, who went through a severe accident, was shot by a gunman in a murder attempt, but still survived, resuscitated as a pioneer of female education. Believe it or not, that's Malala Yousafzai, the youngest Nobel Prize laureate. Life is not but of roses. Difficulties come and go. That shouldn't matter us. You'll have to become someone you have never been before. You have to go somewhere you have never gone. You have to say something you have never said. You have to do something you have never done. You might have felt insecure of your beauty, your relationship, intellectual ability, your career, your age, and the list goes on. In this world of social media, you can be obsessive to attain more perfection in all fields. Trust me, my dears, even the most beautiful, intellectual, self-confident women do experience insecurities for a multitude of reasons. Bear in mind, having insecurities are normal, but sometimes you may find them and get in your way and prevents you from being the best, version of you. As strong women have the courage to feel the pain, shed some tears and hunt themselves off and start all over again. Change is never easy. People's opinion of you is none of your business. A lot of us worrying about what will others think about you. The majority of people, they have a negative view on you. They don't even know you. Have you ever gone through such a situation, feeling yourself insecure? You must have heard about Arunima Sinha when she bore earth, but Mavati expressed it like now. Little did she know that this day in her life would change everything upside down. A group of robbers started stealing her bag, gold chain. They pushed her out of main train. Just as she was sustained with a lot of injuries, a lot of pain. The doctors had to amputate her leg. After this heartbreaking incident, Arima took the world by surprise when she resolved to climb the Mount Everest. She turned all the impossible to possible when she became the first amputee to climb the Mount Everest. The pain, the difficulties in your life shouldn't push you backward. Instead of being discouraged of her injuries, she crossed all the obstacles to etch her name with the annals of history. You have to be like a water. Learn to be like a water. Adaptable, fit to any vessel, have a sense of calmness, have a sense of patience. But ambition is important. A woman is like a full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform. Your identity will be defined as your ability. And
As Winston Churchill said, it's your courage. It's your courage to continue that counts. And thank you. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
സാനിയ വിഭാഗം മോട്ടിവേഷണൽ സ്പീച്ച് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഇവിടെ അവസാനിക്കുകയായി.
लगाया हर जू नाज सिबाक लगाया हुनर की है रंगोली में हर जू नाज सिबाक लगाया हुनर की है रंगोली में चले जगावो शाम की किरण ले चली है शोर लहराओ लहराओ ये झंडा है सिबाक की अगला है तलाश की ये झंडा है सिबाक की उड़ता है पतंग की लहराओ लहराओ मिन हुना सनबनी मिन हुना व अंतालू زمان بفن فرحان حبيبي فوزك حبي ينشر شار بجهدك أكثر تبني منارة أقبلا ستقبل وتعلو معاليها مهدك أنت يا للوالي علمك أكثر تعلى مالي من بعدك ما عندي عالية يا 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 أقبل دوما قومك تنفع أبدي تركا فاسمك يلمع وارفع راية المجد سترفع في العالم يا أقبل دوما قومك تنفع أبدي تركا فاسمك يلمع وارفع راية المجد سترفع في العالم يا لو أنت مريد خلي يخلو منك نسيب لا لا يسف مفهومين كهبي خلي خلي فوزك حبي ينشر شعر بجهدك أكثر تبني منارة أقبلا ستقبل وتعلو معاليها وحدك أنت يا للوالي علمك أكثر تعلم عالي من بعدك ما من ديالي يا أغلى يا سهلا بالأغلى للأدلى يا أغلى يا سهلا بالأغلى للأدلى يا أغلى يا سهلا بالأغلى للأدلى بالأكوى للأولى دندن لا 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 आमद सूरज की रोजाना इल्म की जामल है आमद सूरज की रोजाना इल्म की जामल है साहिल में तू मौजूद है तू नारा सिबाक है तू शाही मंजिल उड़ काफी दूरी बाकी नामोर संगम जो दिल की बंधन खोली शाही मंजिल उड़ काफी दूरी बाकी नामोर संगम जो दिल की बंधन खोली लहराओ
फिर से जीत होगी फिर से दो जहान पाएंगे फिर से अपना कब्ज होगा फिर से खिलखिलाएंगे अपनी सल्तनत को देखो फिर से लेके आएंगे फिर से इक़्तिदार मोहब्बत का फन सिखाएंगे अपना फन से औ हुनर से आसमां को जीत लो जीत होगी फिर से अपनी सारे मिलके बोल दो
तुम ही अस पे करबला हो अंदलुस के शेर हो अपने फन से मात दोगे तुम तो कुल जहान को आ गया सिबाक देखो ये हुनर का ताज है हो गया है कल हमारा फिर भी अपना आज है ये सिबाक फिर से अपना माज़ी लेके आएगा हर किसी के होंठ पे खुशी का गीत छाएगा दिखाओ तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर दिखाओ तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर देखो वक्त ये परवाज़ देखो चल चल जीत को जीतेंगे हम मेहनत बखूब करो वक्त सिबाक है जीत को अपने इन्हीं हाथों से लिख दो अब तो उठ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया अब तो उड़ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया मात खाओ न तुम जीत जाओ भी तुम अब तो कोई हुकूमत को दोहराओ तुम
بحبك اي والله وشك بعشق ضحكاته وشك بعشق ضحكاته رمشك سبحان السواه بموت وبحيا بغمزاته بموت وبحيا بغمزاته كتير بحبك اي والله وشك بعشق ضحكاته وشك بعشق ضحكاته رمشك سبحان السواه بموت وبحيا بغمزاته بموت وبحيا بغمزاته الشغلي ما عاد بدها سكوت وراح متبين بحبك موت الشغلي ما عاد بدها سكوت وراح متبين بحبك موت يلي بالصورة وبالصوت ملكتي قلبي ودقاته ملكتي قلبي ودقاته غالب غالب يا ستار عالبك لي تفاصيله عالبك لي تفاصيله يا ويل الورد بآداب لما تطل
फिर से जीत होगी फिर से दो जहान पाएंगे फिर से अपना कब्ज होगा फिर से खिलखिलाएंगे अपनी सल्तनत को देखो फिर से लेके आएंगे फिर से इक़्तिदार मोहब्बत का फन सिखाएंगे अपना फन से औ हुनर से आसमां को जीत लो जीत होगी फिर से अपनी सायर मिलके बोल दो
तुम ही असब करबला हो अंदलुस के शेर हो अपने फन से मात दोगे तुम तो कुल जहान को आ गया सिबाक देखो ये हुनर का ताज है हो गया है कल हमारा फिर भी अपना आज है ये सिबाक फिर से अपना माज़ी लेके आएगा हर किसी के होंठ पे खुशी का गीत छाएगा दिखाओ तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर दिखाओ तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर देखो वक्त ये परवाज देखो चल चल जीत को जीतेंगे हम मेहनत खूब करो वक्त सिबाक है जीत को अपने इन्हीं हाथों से लिख दो अब तो उठ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया अब तो उड़ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया मत खाओ न तुम जीत जाओ भी तुम अब तो कोई हुकूमत को दोहराओ तुम
أهلا وسهلا كل من محله، هذا العالم أوسع بتنوعنا وأحلى. زينا المباني حققنا الأماني، عيش اللحظة معنا ودندني ودندني. الملعب جمعنا يلا غنوا معنا نغمة عربية. وهيا هيا 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 ويلا تهيا، بسم الله ابتدينا يا مرحب وحيا. هيا 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 ويلا تهيا، بسم الله ابتدينا يا مرحب وحيا. هيا 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 الحلم بسمانا وعلى الوعد جانا، يلا نلعب سويا. وهيا
എല്ലാവരും സഞ്ചരിച്ച വഴിയിലൂടെ സഞ്ചരിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് എളുപ്പമാണ്. പുതിയ വഴി വെട്ടി തുറക്കുക എന്നതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം. PBGയുടെ പ്രോഗ്രാമിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുമ്പോൾ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഉദ്ദേശമാണ് എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലുള്ളത്. നമുക്കൊരു വഴി കൃത്യമായിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ
मरहबा या सिबाक, मरहबा या सिबाक। हम अपने हुनर से ही यहाँ जीत सकेंगे, तारीख नहीं अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। हम अपने हुनर से ही सदा बात करेंगे, तारीख नहीं अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक, आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। हम अहले हुनर है तो जहाँ भर को हरा दे, हम अपने हुनर से मुक़द्दर को सजा दे। हम अहले हुनर है तो जहाँ भर को हरा दे, हम अपने हुनर से मुक़द्दर को सजा दे। हम मौज सुरैया की भी परवाज़ करेंगे, तारीख़ नई अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। हम अपने हुनर से ही सदा बात करेंगे, तारीख़ नई अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। देखेगा जहाँ अपने जिगर अपने हुनर को, निकले है कमर बांध के फनकार सफर को। देखेगा जहाँ अपने जिगर अपने हुनर को, निकले है कमर बांध के फनकार सफर को। फनकार थे फनकार है फनकार रहेंगे, तारीख़ नई अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। देखो है हुनरबाज का क्या खूब नजारा, आई है बहारों की घड़ी खूब है नारा। देखो है हुनरबाज का क्या खूब नजारा, आई है बहारों की घड़ी खूब है नारा। तुम देखना हर काम मोहब्बत से करेंगे, तारीख़ नई अपने हुनर से ही लिखेंगे। लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक, लब्बैका या सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक। आया आया है सिबाक, छाया छाया है सिबाक।
तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर, नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर। बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर, सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर। दिखाओ तुम अपनी कला हो हुनर, नहीं है जमाने को जिसकी खबर। बताओ तुम अपने हुनर की लहर, सिबाक आ गया है तो खुश है जिगर। देखो वक्त ये परवाज़ देखो, चल चल जीत को जीतेंगे हम। मेहनत खूब करो वक्त सिबाक है, जीत को अपने इन्हीं हाथों से लिख दो। अब तो उठ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ, उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया। अब तो उड़ जाओ कुछ तो कर जाओ, उठ भी जाओ क्या वक्त सिबाक आ गया। मत खाओ न तुम जीत जाओ भी तुम, अब तो कोई हुकूमत को दोहराओ तुम। आ, 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 आ,
مرحبا وسهلا كل من محله، هذا العالم أوسع بتنوعنا وأحلى، زينا